Ooh, what a productive Sunday for me. I have filmed 3 videos today. Anyways, this is a little bit, I don't want to say it's a rant. It kind of is in a way. It's really what really grinds my gears? Yeah. What really grinds my gears is the labels. And what I mean is, we have so many people, especially in our vegan community, that or not even in the vegan community, just in general, people that want to transition to, they want to be called vegan because vegan is that new cool it word to basically say, if you're vegan, that means you are really strict with your diet and you can handle anything. Because people use eating meat and cheese and dairy stuff as stuff that's so good that, oh, I could never give that up. So if you're vegan, you must be really, really healthy and strict on your diet. We love it when you say that we're really healthy because most of us are, as long as we don't have a lot of processed food. So if you're eating a lot of processed food as a vegan, you might necessarily not be as healthy as someone that eats a lot of whole food products because you're still getting chemicals in, and our goal is to get all those chemicals out. But basically, what I'm just saying is, if you're gonna take the tag of vegan, then you need to be vegan. You don't get to say you're vegan just because you don't eat meat. Veganism is not only not eating meat, the biggest and the most important thing, in my opinion, is compassion. Compassion. Compassion for animals, not just animals, but insects too. And it's like, and being strong on your stance. If you want to be a vegan that doesn't eat honey, that eats honey, then you better be strong on your stance because you're going to have a lot of people in the vegan community that are just going to say, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. And in my opinion on honey, should you do it? If you really, really have to have honey, at least have it local. But for me personally, I would say no, because you're stealing from the bees. And basically, one of the main things for honey, for bees, is they pollinate all our flowers and they get all their what they need from flowers. So when the flowers are out of bloom, you know what the honey is for? Is that's their backup plan. So you're messing with the bees' backup plan. So and they're not feeding the bees good food to take in place of the honey. So if you're gonna go somewhere that you know is organic, takes care of their honey, takes care of their bees, and shows them some compassion. So my thing about being a vegan is, number one reason why I became a vegetarian was because as a kid I didn't like eating meat. I was one of those people, meat made me feel down, it made me feel like I was sucking ass, and I got tired of it. So after years, I was like, I didn't eat meat as much as I needed to or wanted to. So when I got older, by the time I was a senior in high school, I started hearing about vegetarianism, and I thought that was different. I thought that could fit for me, but my family was not behind it. My mom was like, "That's what fancy people eat. That's what those Hollywood hippie people eat. That's what rich people eat." So for my mom buying the food, I didn't get to be a vegetarian. So it took me a while, a couple years. Then 2007, making my own money, buying my own food. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go vegetarian. So I like to do stuff at the beginning of the year. So 2007, I said, bam, January 1st, become a vegetarian. It's easy. But then, also through that, I also at one point after I got unemployed is I was a bad vegetarian. Horrible. I was eating a lot of processed food, a lot of dairy, and I just was not feeling good. I was overweight. Not exactly what you want to look like when you want to show people that, yeah, you should be vegan, you're going to be healthy and whatnot. But at that time, I didn't care. I was just off work, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go out and drink all the time. I'm just going to eat loads of food. And I'm like, oh, as long as there's no meat in it, I could eat that. A bag of chips, I could eat that. Loads and loads of cheese, oh, I can eat that. There's no meat in that. So, that was my mindset. And that was a horrible, horrible example for a vegetarian. So that was a picture of me at my heaviest. And in 2010, I had a year of working. So now I was like, okay, I got enough money. I know I'm going to make a lot of good enough money so I can pay a gym membership. Or actually, that's a lie. What happened was I was still working, but I worked out in my friend's backyard using their weights for the longest time and got myself back in shape. Then I finally joined the gym in 2011. So didn't look like that anymore. And then 2011 was also the year I was thinking about maybe I should do veganism. But then, what happens to us in the vegan community, we get hung up on stuff. Even we get hung up on the protein thing, the thing that we argue with people the most about. We get hung up on it. One of the main reasons why I didn't become a vegan was because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get enough protein to build muscle. It's just not smart. I can gain muscle obviously on a vegan diet, as you can see. Big vegan black guy being big and black, buff and vegan. So I always freak people out, when I wear the vegan shirt and they see that I have muscle. Most people think I'm lying when I say I'm vegan, but I love freaking people out. So this is going on my third year of being vegan. So there's a lot of people that I don't know why, but they want to be vegan because it's seen as to a lot of people as one of the highest forms of eating. That and the paleo diet. No offense to paleo people, but it is garbage. I'm not gonna lie.